Chanticleers will bring to the teal. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the SEC, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all upon him.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are... because of this guy right here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Chanticleer.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys. You guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Use the play fake, now to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Offense gets set for 2nd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Line is set on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, going to the air. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Oh, and he finds a slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get laddered.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Chanticleers will call on their punt team. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Well, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and...
Oh, it's out! Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He's off to the races. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And the Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors and the pass is intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And they fail to hook up on third down. The Chanticleers want to pick up the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can defend.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas. PAT unit on the field. Oh, and they blocked it. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam. And into the end zone. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. He'll call for the fair catch here. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Chanticleers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play,
ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing and down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The snap sets up the throw. Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. The shot that clears have it with a 1st and 10.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he's got it! Touchdown, Coastal Carolina!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They'll immediately call timeout. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. To throw, it's Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be knocked down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Let's go.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He can find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Get set. Logger. Hawk. Tuna.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Few anxious moments there. Ball is free. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes the easy completion. Shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And the shot to clears want to move quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Coastal Carolina, 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. Trying to move them on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And he made the read off the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football, but then you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football, the defense gets the ball back.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your deep.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The Chanticleers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Coastal.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field. And that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big 1st down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Chanticleer. And once he found the daylight. It was Katie bar the door, baby. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
33, Coastal Carolina, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Going to the ground. Nice move to keep running. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Racing to the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Looking to go up top on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Defense showing blitz here. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 10 over Boise State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Holds it in on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the shot that clears are in the hurry up.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. It's caught. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Going up top on 1st down. Trying to get to him. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys who put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Fires toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Oh, it's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down to this defense for its own.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.